free floating spool with the T-wing system. That is the deal on the new Zillion. You got to get it. So that's pretty smooth right there as far as just keeping on spinning good, you know, because the Tatula does pretty good too. On the new Zillion for this year, we put the Tatula T-wing system that works so well there onto the Zillion now, but we've added the free floating spool, which is totally different and really a big step above, so allows a lot further distance even than the Tatula has given us in the past. So it allows no friction there. When you open that up, it's totally free, so it can fly, and that free floating spool just keeps on going. I'll make a long cast and you can just watch this spool. I'll put the spool up and watch. You can just watch it just keep going. It's almost through all the line off. Look at that. That's unbelievable. Never before have we been able to do that till now because of the T-wing coupled with the free floating spool. That's the whole key with the Zillion. There he is. Bait was tangled up down there in that grass. Oh gosh, yes, Lord, that is a giant. Woo! Look at that, boys. That's what the New Zealand's doing to him at Gunnersville today. Look at that. Gosh, now that was awesome.
You know, when you're throwing a deep diving crankbait, it's very important to make a long cast. A long cast actually helps get that bait deeper. Because if you can imagine, the more distance you have on that line, the deeper that bait's gonna go. And in the summertime or fall, the fish tend to get out deeper on main lake stuff. You need that extra distance. And one way to do that is with the new Zillion reel. This here is actually a 5.5 gear ratio reel, which I like for throwing a deep diving crankbait. But the key for getting that longer cast is two things on this reel. The T-wing system, which basically, when I clip the thumb bar here, my level wind opens up and has a bigger level wind. And what that does is it decreases friction. It allows that line to jump through that level wind faster. It doesn't have to funnel through a small little hole. It decreases friction and gets through there faster. That also helps with backlashing. It won't backlash as much because it's not trying to force it through there. Now the other thing that helps with making a very long cast is the free floating spool. The free floating spool is actually balanced by two different ball bearings. And what that does is it decreases friction in the spool. So the combination of having the T-wing system and the free floating spool decreases the drag and resistance when I make a cast, which allows me to cast farther. And with a deep diving crankbait, a longer cast means getting the bait deeper and keep it in the strike zone longer and getting more bites. So you can do all that with the Zillion.